fight just happened last night. I happened to get out the hospital in time enough to see the fight. I watched the fight. I number one want to say shout out to Deontay Wilder. He's a guy that I've mentioned in my raps. Knockout artist. Yeah, knockout artist. You understand me? For those of you that may be unaware, he's had 3 fights now with Tyson Fury. One was a draw, and the other 2, Tyson Fury left the fight victorious. This particular fight right here, I felt a lot. I was on there talking to a few of my homeboys about it, and just looking at what it is that Fury brings to the match, right? And I was talking about weight to my people. I said, strength and power is 2 different things, right? Some people got strength, but they don't got any power. They don't got no force behind it, right? And because I think one of them, power is just organized force or it's something. One of those definitions live inside of the other word. So what I'm saying is, you will see these guys, because Deontay Wilder come out in the fight, he looked like an action figure. I mean, he couldn't have more muscles. Dude got muscles everywhere muscle can come to. You understand me? But when you dealing with somebody that got 30, 40 pounds on you, you be careful with how you see. You look good in the mirror, but you ain't really, you feel me? So, and not Wilder, just in general, some people don't understand that you can look like you muscle, you can bench press 150. The problem is I'm not 150. Yeah, I can bench press 175. The problem is I'm not 175, and I'm coming with some know-how, you dig? So what happens is you see, man, everybody look good fighting the air. Everybody look good lifting the weight, because that shit ain't punching back. It ain't doing nothing back. But when somebody is in front of you and actively trying to get at you, you can't wound up. If I can see you every time wounding up, you got a problem if you come at me like that. You would never hit me. I told a story on here about the dude I fought in Walmart. Never hit me one time because he don't know how to fight. And he had 40, 50 pounds on me. But you keep coming with I'm never letting you hit me with that, Slime. You're not hitting me with that. You understand? But Deontay Wilder, after the second fight, just to kind of put some framework down as to what's going on. After the second fight, Deontay Wilder said that I think he had a weight. He said Tyson Fury had a weight in his glove. He said Tyson Fury, I think the ref was in on it. And he fired his his trainer. I didn't necessarily like, so many different excuses, but I gave him leeway, because I said to myself, that's a rough thing to deal with. My undefeated record was on the line, and some nigga threw the towel in. He cost me, man, you know how much money he cost me? We talking about with the egg on the other side of my name, man. We talking about 44 and egg. 43 and egg. Ain't nothing on the other, like that right there say I got to have a certain amount of money. You know why? Because Floyd Mayweather already put the blueprint down. This how you get the 500-600. You got to keep that egg on the other side. And so he was in that position, and for that towel to be through by somebody, I think he really believed that, like, yo, I don't know whether or not, I know that the boxing commissioners came out to denounce every accusation that's been made, but I don't know whether or not they're true or not. So he felt a certain way. And I think that in his mind, though, I know he felt, it's a different fight when you lose it. Not a different fight, it's a different feeling when you lose it. You don't have the same bounce when you lose. I was telling one of my homeboys, I said, you know what? Deontay Wilder gonna come into this fight on something different. But 4 or 5 rounds in, when you get a little tired, you go back to Old Faithful. It done won 43 times. Ain't no way I can erase it that quick. But this is the genius of Floyd Mayweather. Right? when you see a Tyson Fury out there in the landscape, you make him go through certain people that knock chips off of him. Go through him to see me. Go through him to see me. Go through him to see me. Now see me. And hopefully they done knock dust from me so I can get you in here and gone. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I said is, coming into it, that I thought Deontay Wilder would win because I thought Tyson Fury, he tried not to fight the boy. He really went to court, tried not to fight him. Like, try to go against the grain and not fight the guy. You know what I'm saying? So when you do something like that, to me, it either says that it says something. I'm not gonna speculate as to what it says, but it says something. Moving along. So now he takes him to court. He sues him. They get the rematch. The judge says no. The contract reads that he gets a rematch if he elects, and of course he elects because he lost his undefeated record to you. He wants to fight again. They set up another fight. Fury catches COVID. Fury body style says to everybody watching that he can't win this fight against this chiseled, cut up, specimen of an action figure. But they get in there. So the third fight, Deontay Wilder supposed to come out first. What happens is they're taking a long time. Now, when they take the long time, I tell my homeboy, these things, he got to win this fight if he's doing these things. You take a long time because they going to meme you and make you look bad. So just come on out. He took a very long time. He said he'll come when he ready because, he used to be in the A side, but you're not the A side. See, this is why I say sometimes, man, with us, we got to start understanding, man, reality is key. How we feel is important, but reality is key. Reality is key. And a lot of times when black boys are raised by their mothers, they're taught to where their feelings tend to mean more than the actual circumstances and the reality of the situation, right? So if you feel bad, you get a pass to do this, or if you feel, how you think they feel type thing. It's like, the reality of the situation is you're the B side. And when you accept that and you can come from that position, you maybe can have a different approach to it, because when you over here thinking you the shit or not the shit, let's say it's just like me. Say I get up tomorrow morning, I think I'm the strongest man in the world. That's what I feel. I ain't did no testing, or there ain't no quantitative evidence to say this. It's just I feel this, right? I feel like I'm the strongest dude in the world. When I head to the gym and put all them plates on the bench press thing and sit down, if I try to lift that weight, I'm gonna get injured, and that's the reality of the situation. No matter how I feel about it. So sometimes we get too caught up in our feelings because our mothers tend to give us leeway, let us pout, let us go upstairs and slam the door. Let us do certain things that allow us to say, well, I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? And those kind of things will cost you gravely. Nonetheless, they get into this fight. He takes a long time. He comes down to the ring. He does his 1-2. He gets in there. I look at him. My homeboy and them is saying he look nervous. I'm saying, man, he look like he ready to kill. Tyson Fury come on out singing and doing his little 1-2. He looks a little unbothered. Then they get to fighting. When they first come out, I say, wow, they're coming out totally different. Now he's exerting a lot of energy. Take a lot to big old 6'9" dude to get. It seems simple. Big old 6'8", 6'7" dude to get down and hit you with one of them jabs to the midsection. Keep doing that with that type force he was doing in that first round, and boom, bam, 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 boom, bam, bam. He was doing it. He had a totally different style, but as the fight went on, we saw that he went back to that. I got to hit you with the right. I got to hit you with the right. And nothing. Fast forward through the fight, Tyson Fury ended up winning. Wilder knocks him down a few times. Tyson knocks him down, then ends up ultimately knocking him out. I want to focus more so on the last part of what took place. Getting away from the greatness of the fight and the greatness of those two individuals. At the end of the fight, I watched Wilder. Seemed to be a bit hurt, but not gonna give up. He was gonna get up again. And for that, we got a lot of respect for him. And, you know, I'm riding with him. I like his energy, you know, but I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed in him, and I'll tell you why. At the end of the fight, he's sitting there. Tyson Fury comes over there to try to show him love. He tell him, I don't want to, ain't no love. Respect. It can be like that for him. I still think some kind of way he should have spoke to his fans. He should have spoke to his people, his loved ones. He should have spoke to the people that came and traveled and was riding with him and bet with him and hold him down. See, because, again, when we get caught in them emotions, and I know what it's like to face defeat, like, dang, bro, we talking about undefeated, and I thought I had him, and he had him. He was doing good now. Later on in the rounds, you know, things got a little slippery, but for a lot of the fight, he was doing good, and he could always at any point knock him out. But I think at the end, it just seemed like them punches ain't had nothing on them. Yeah, he was sending plain burgers through there. It didn't have no mustard, cheese, nothing on it. He was just sending burgers, and they wasn't. I remember at the end of one of them rounds, Tyson ate a few of them. Bam, boom, boom, just ate it. And so it was a crazy situation. Now, when I looked at the situation of the way he handled the end of the fight, is where I found opportunity, because I said to myself, he don't even know the money that he possibly messed up right there. You look at the situation, right? Fury's not gonna fight him again. Fury, that's off the table. The fans that came out, some of the fans are gonna misinterpret whatever it said. What he should have said, even if he wasn't gonna talk, should have sent his train out there to say, listen, Deontay Wilder wants to be private right now. He want to send love and support to all of his fans. Thank you so much, the Bomb Squad or whatever. He loves y'all, and he will communicate with y'all soon. Great fight, great tonight. But you should have spoke to your people. We was there, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell y'all, knowing how to take a loss mean more than know how to take a win. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, you're going to take way more losses than you're going to take wins. And so I'm always critical of how you communicate to people and how they take wins and losses. Because the loss going to always tell me more about you. Everybody can win with me. It don't cost you nothing. The loss is what costs you. It costs you no longer comfortable. You're no longer confident. You're no longer cocky. You no longer want to communicate. You no longer want to do nothing when the loss kick in. It's easy to win with a dude. That's why when I was in the hospital, them is losses. When somebody's sitting on a hospital bed and can't move, that's a loss for them. They still living, so it's a win somewhere. It's a silver lining. But in the grand scheme, they've been stopped. They've been halted in the middle of progress. You understand me? So when a loss come in, I tell my children, right? Knowing how to lose is so important. Knowing how to lose is so important because it builds character. It tells you you're able to say, listen, I'm not somebody that think I'm a win in everything I do. I'm not somebody that's stupid enough to believe I'm the best in the world. You hear me say all the time, see, this don't get me confused, because I see a lot of people think they know me, but they don't know me. They don't know how I'm a scientist with this, man. I communicate my words so carefully. I'm not misquoting nothing I'm saying. When I tell you I'm cold at something or the biggest one and this and that, that ain't saying I'm the best. I don't say I'm the best. I know I ain't the best. I'm in Bluetooth mode constantly. I got to learn. I got to get something out of something. I got to get something out of something. We're going to wash, come out in the rinse. I got to get something out of something. I'm not one of them dudes that's dumb enough to believe that. But nonetheless, Wilder lost the fight. Shout out Deontay Wilder. I think he should have handled that a little different. You know, we riding with you though, cause we don't got no black heavyweights. We don't got nobody to represent my color, so I can't come and do too much.